Hey guys, Mike Martinez. Hope everybody is doing well. I want to share this article with you. Again, I am a public adjuster in the state of New Jersey, but I'm licensed in several different states. But I want to kind of make you aware of this particular news article. Is from Fox 26 News, actually a California channel, and what they're talking, the title of the article is "Homeowners Struggle with Insurance Company Over Creek Fire Damage Claims." And what is very interesting that you may or may not know is that, we all know California has a good amount of fires, almost on a yearly basis. But in addition to that, guys, having a fire or somebody in your vicinity or even in your neighborhood that has a fire, and if you get affected by the actual smoke in the fire, in other words, the smoke enters your home and now it's on your walls and it's on your furniture and it's on your clothes and things like that. The insurance, that's actually an insurance claim. Your house doesn't have to be burnt down in order for you to collect on a smoke claim. A lot of people don't know that. So in other words, if your neighbor or somebody down, in your development or in your block or a few houses down has a fire, a severe fire, and all of a sudden you got a window open or a door opens and all this smoke comes into your property, that's a significant claim, believe it or not. And the insurance companies, hope that you are not aware of it. They hope that you don't know about these situations. In this particular situation in California, there was this creek fire. I mean, these poor people in California have a bunch of different fires. And several different people sustained, not only damage to their home, but actual, damage because of the smoke. And ironically, the insurance company, which is California Fair Plan, that's a cool name, right, for an insurance company that doesn't want to pay. California Fair Plan has insurance coverage for smoke damage. Yet they had to actually go to a politician, an assemblyman in their area to complain because the insurance company just was not living up to their policies of covering smoke damage. Smoke damage, again, guys, you don't need to be part of the fire in order to get smoke damage. If you got smoke damage on your walls, on your clothes, on your furniture, you're going to be living with that for a long, long time. And the odds are that if you do not take care of that, you're going to let that pass by, and now you risk the chance of claiming that claim, because they're then going to say, hey, you had a certain amount of time to claim that, but you didn't. Now it got worse, or how can we prove that? And whatever. I mean, it becomes a bigger struggle for the homeowner when they don't actively seek that out from the very beginning. So, again, these people in California, I don't know. It doesn't indicate in the article itself whether they had a public adjuster that was representing them. It does say that over 20 families of this very same company, right, all from the California Fair Plan insurance company, they all went out there and complained that California Fair Plan was not allowing the claim to go through. They were rejecting the smoke claim. So something that I want you to be cognizant of, because again, a lot of times you don't need to be the victim of a fire, and hopefully you never be a victim of a fire. But if you are, or if somebody in your neighborhood is, and you sustain damage because of the smoke, then you're still eligible for for a claim. Again, guys, imagine having to replace furniture. Imagine having to replace all the curtains in your house. So imagine having to replace all your clothes, right? Your wardrobe. So it actually amounts to a lot of money. It amounts to a lot of money. And you know what? When the smoke gets in your refrigerator, for instance, who knows what that does to your food, right? So we're talking, and sometimes it gets into the refrigerator to where it's constantly, it just soaks that smoke in, and now you need to replace the refrigerator. So there's a lot of implications to smoke claims, and a lot of people are just simply not aware of that. So I'm bringing that to your attention. These are a simple example of what is going on in the industry, and how these companies, they collect your money every single month. They collect it. But when something happens and they need to live up to their part of the bargain, right? Because a policy is a contract. You pay me for this coverage, and if this situation arises, then I will recover you, right? I will bring you back to pre-damage conditions. That is not happening in a lot of situations, and a lot of people are buying the stories that the insurance companies are coming up with. They're coming up with, in one of these clients said that, yes, the insurance company said, yes, you do have smoke damage coverage, but we're not covering it. And they gave them some kind of an explanation for that. This is where you need representation. This is where you need somebody to interpret the policy for you, so that way, you don't get into this back and forth with the insurance company. One of the people in this article here said, it was taking, they were not responding to their phone calls. It was taking weeks before they got back to them, and even when they got back to them, they just didn't say we'll rectify it or we'll take care of it. They just went trying to convince them that they were not covered through their policy, even though their policy specifies that they cover smoke damage. So this is what's happening in the industry, guys. This is what I want to make you aware of. It happens quite often, and if you're a person that doesn't pursue it, if you're a person that just takes in blind faith, I know it's in the policy, but they said they don't do it because it was white smoke, and they don't cover white smoke. Whatever. You'd be surprised some of the reasons that they come up with. What I'm suggesting is that, if you have an issue, it doesn't cost anything for you to contact me and call me up and say, hey, Mike, I got an issue here. How can you help? Right? And we look at your policy. We look at your damage. We look at your particular situation. Every situation is different. And if we can represent you, we will know that from the very beginning. If we can represent you, we will represent you to the greatest of our ability. And that's what the insurance company does not want you to do. They don't want you to be represented. Why? Because they know we're going to get more than what they're going to initially offer you. So I encourage you, if you have a situation with fire or smoke, make sure you get on the phone with me and say, hey, Mike, I got this situation. Hey, Mike, last week there was a fire in my area. Now my house smells like smoke. What can we do about it? Hey, Mike, I had a fire this morning. I want to be represented. Here's the bottom line, guys. The advantage that you have using a public adjuster, using me, is that I take all the headaches away, right? I go and face the insurance company. I go and interpret the policy. I go and fight in detail of what it is that you need in order to be recovered. Chances are, believe it or not, even though I know you know your property better than I do, I know what you can be covered better than you do, right? So that's the trade-off, and you'd be surprised how many things you can be covered for, right? So Again, if you have an issue with smoke, if you have an issue with fire, make sure you pick up the phone, give me a call, and say, hey, Mike, I got an issue here. I got a problem. Can you help me out? I would be more than happy to help you out. Mike Martinez, heed the warning, guys. Heed the warning. These companies are out there a lot of times with some bad intentions, right? And we're here to rectify this. My name is Mike Martinez. If I can be of assistance, pick up the phone, give me a call. I'll be speaking to you soon.